What's up, my friends? It is Danny Gallows, of course. Who do you think it was? And welcome back to a brand new, stupendous movie review. So, I've got my Navy hat on today, so can you guys guess what film I may have seen this past weekend? That's right. Now, for me personally, this is a film that I've been waiting for a very, very long time. Not because we knew we were getting it, but because, Top Gun not only had a big nostalgic impact on my life, but it just had a massive impact on my life in general. How much so, you may ask? Well, it's the film that made me join the military. Yeah, guys, no joke. Seriously, this was the film that got me to join the Navy. From like the ages of 15 to 17, films like Top Gun and Behind Enemy Lines, I watched obsessively. They were my go-to movies. And the next thing I knew, I had a recruiter in my house and we were signing paperwork because I wanted to go work on an aircraft carrier. And thankfully, I got to do exactly that, and it was one of the best, actually the best experience of my entire life. And you know what? I owe that to Top Gun. Thanks, Tom Cruise. Now, the Navy was definitely, without a doubt, the greatest adventure of my entire life, as I mentioned. But you know what? Top Gun Maverick does a pretty good job on its own, and you don't even have to join the military. All you have to do is go to the theater for this amazing experience, because this film is legendary, and I do not use that term lightly. And what makes this film so great? Well, literally everything. Seriously, everything about the film is what makes this so great. But first of all, we have to talk about the master himself, Mr. Tom Cruise, still putting every other actor to shame in Hollywood with his performances. I mean, just amazing acting, authentic, raw, organic performances that really pull you into the role. And he's still doing his own stunts. He's in these airplanes, he's in these jet fighters doing his own stunts. And time and time again, he is just proving himself as this unstoppable force, one of the true Hollywood actors left in that cesspool that is Hollywood. And once again, he does the most incredible job in this movie. It was absolutely stunning. And Tom Cruise is not alone in giving this stellar performance, because surrounding him is an absolutely wonderful cast. Seriously, every single cast member was so good. I mean, our girl Jennifer Connelly is in this, Ed Harris, John Hamm, Val Kilmer, Miles Teller is in this movie as well. He plays Goose's son. Did an absolutely fantastic job. All of them were so good. This is one of those movies where you can't really single out one performance and be like, yeah, that person was the best, because they all complement each other so well. And of course, as a writer and perhaps maybe a future film creator myself, I'm always hyper-focused on the writing and the direction. And I'm happy to say both the writing and the direction and the cinematography in this movie are incredible. I mean, absolutely incredible. I mean, they really did an amazing job here. And the reason why this is so important is because, a film like Top Gun has the potential to just be a cash grab. They could have just, easily CGI'd in some jets, thrown Tom Cruise in a jumpsuit with some crazy one-liners or something like that. But no, they actually worked hard on this film. They put their heart and soul into this film. And you really understand now why it took them so long to perfect, because the film is, in fact, perfect. But without a doubt, by far, my absolute favorite ingredient of this movie would definitely have to be the fighter jet sequences. My goodness. My goodness. I mean, I'm actually kind of at a loss for words, just kind of, recalling some of the scenes in my head and how good they were. Obviously, as I mentioned before, I was in the Navy for 4 years. I did work on an aircraft carrier. I used to watch F-18s take off 5 feet from my face all the time, and it was an amazing experience. You can tell by the way I'm stuttering, obviously. But yeah, man, that was my favorite aspect of this movie, because, being a former Navy guy, I kind of have a fighter jet fetish. Is that a thing? Yeah, guys, the action sequences are absolutely incredible in this movie. Actually, I don't think incredible is the right word. I don't think that there is necessarily a right word to describe these action sequences. Anything you could use, amazing, outstanding, incredible, it doesn't do it justice. These action sequences are surreal. There are so many moments while you're watching this movie where you're just sitting there like, my God, how did they film that? How did they even do that? It's a white-knuckled, edge of your seat, face plastered to the screen thrill ride for the entire time. And man, wow, what an achievement in film. So in conclusion, this film is one of the best sequels ever made. And that's really saying a lot given, the state of Hollywood and all of its cash grab sequels, part 2, part 3, part 4, all these prequels that suck and everything that are just cash grabs. This is one of the greatest movie sequels ever made, period. Before we had like Mad Max Fury Road, we had Blade Runner 2049, right? And now, standing up there with them is Maverick. And it honestly couldn't have happened to a better movie and a better crew and a better actor in Tom Cruise. So of course, without a doubt, this movie is getting a black belt. I mean, triple degree black belt. Yoda belt. You know what I mean? They just don't make movies like this anymore, as Chris Stuckman has pointed out many times in a few of his recent videos. These are the types of movies that they do not make anymore. We don't get these legendary, exciting, amazing, incredible, stupendous films like this that actually have work put into them. When the whole crew, that not just the internal crew who's acting, but the outside crew, all the filmmakers, are pouring their heart and soul into this to give the audience the best experience that they possibly can. Something that Tom Cruise has always been obsessed with, which is part of the reason why Tom Cruise never makes any bad movies. The Mummy. But anyway, you guys know what I mean. This film is absolutely legendary. It deserves its legendary status, and I highly recommend you guys go out and support this in the theater. Go and see this in the theater because it's not just a great experience, but we also need to let Hollywood know that these are the films that we want them to make. We don't want any more crap. We don't want any more cash grabs. We want solid films with people who actually care about filmmaking and the audience's experience to give us these kind of performances and give us these kind of experiences. And I cannot wait for this movie to come out because as soon as it's available to buy, it's going top shelf on my DVD collection. And yeah, I mean, I'll probably go watch it again this weekend actually, and I rarely go back to the movies twice, but yeah, I kind of have to. It's a need. Alright my friends, well that's enough blathering from yours truly for right now. Now comes the best part of the video where I turn it over to all of you. Have you guys had a chance to see Top Gun Maverick yet? If so, leave all of your thoughts and opinions down below in the great white void. Let me know what you guys think. How legendary was this film? I'm going to have so much fun reading through all your comments, so go ahead, leave all your thoughts and opinions down below in the great white void. Blah 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 blah. It's obviously time for me to go because I can't even speak anymore. I'm so excited, I'm so thrilled about this film. And yeah, as always guys, until next we meet, take care, and I'll see you guys back here for the next movie review, or video, or whatever I decide to do, very soon.